What's up, guys? I'm actually Anya, and welcome back to Anya's Intuitive. Today, I want to talk to you guys about shadow work and why it's necessary for soul growth. Shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge their shadow side because their shadow side scares them. The shadow side is your innermost, deepest thoughts, situations that may have happened. That 12th house energy is what I like to call it. It's things that you may want to try to forget because they may have broken you or tried to break you. So it's parts of you that you're not necessarily proud of. But these are the things that made you who you are. These things, they made you who you are. So why try to disregard or dismantle something that helped you become the person that you are right now? Why not embrace it? And that's something that I think people don't know how to do. Balance out their shadow side. Duality. That's all life is. It's duality. You can't have the good without the bad. You can't have the bad without the good. So you need to embrace your shadow side and sit with him or her and be like, what's up? Like, why can't I get to the next level? What's holding me back from being the best version of myself? You understand what I'm saying? And these are the things that you will find the answer to once you acknowledge it. Once you acknowledge that you have these things that are subconsciously holding you back, you have to first acknowledge them, then you know what's holding you back, and then work to heal them. You heal yourself, then you can heal the world. Okay? Once you heal yourself, you're unstoppable. Nobody can tell you anything about yourself. Yeah, you can take criticism, but nobody can tell you who you are because you know who you are. You know what shit you had to go through to get to where you are. You acknowledge everything that tried to break you as a person. So once you heal yourself, nobody can try to, people can try to break you, but they won't be successful because you've already healed those same things that they're going to try to come at you with to break you. So that's why it's important to acknowledge and work on your shadow side so that you can heal yourself. You become unstoppable once you become healed. You're literally unstoppable. And this is important for you guys to know. And that's why it's so important for you guys to heal and learn how to work with your ego. The ego is not necessarily a bad thing. People look at ego like, damn, like that person got ego. Like, that's crazy. I would never, they could never. Like, learn how to work with your ego. The ego is self-serving. It's never fucking satisfied. So if you know that, learn how to work with it. Learn how to work with your ego. Because sometimes you need to have ego in certain situations to where you feel like you can't do something. The ego comes in, no, you can do it. You've done it before, so you can do it again. So sometimes you need to have that extra confidence booster with your ego. But the trick is learning how to cut that shit off and learning when to tell your ego to shut the fuck up and sit down. That's the trick. Because some people let their egos just run rampant and they don't know when to wheel that shit back in. You know? So learning how to tame that ego, masterpiece. When you learn how to tame that ego, you become lethal. Like, seriously, guys, learn how to tame that ego and make it work for you, and when to bring it out and when to pull it back in. But if you don't learn how to embrace your shadow side, that shadow side is going to slowly, continuously creep up on you and become like a badass 2-year-old. Get louder, louder, more rambunctious, maybe starting to kick shit over, like until you pay it some attention. And then it's going to start to affect your everyday dealings, maybe even your money, your relationship. Like it's so important for you guys to embrace your shadow side. I'm so serious. You have to embrace it, and you have to sit down and ask it, like, what's going on? Like, why does XYZ keep happening? Because you haven't embraced me. You haven't embraced what happened to you. You haven't even acknowledged it. You keep blocking this shit out like it never happened, or like you're, you know, like you're some magician that can just erase it from your subconscious. That shit will continue to creep up on you until you acknowledge it. Until you acknowledge it, pay some attention to it, it will get louder and louder and louder. Like that badass 2-year-old. Because it wants some attention. It wants attention and affection. Pay attention to the same shit that tried to break you. Forgive yourself for it, or forgive whoever hurt you for it. And then move on from it. Because you can't stay stuck. You can't grow staying stuck in the same situation. You can't grow. It's impossible. It's impossible to grow staying stuck in a situation. That will keep you vibing at the lowest vibration, your root chakra. You cannot grow if you stay stuck in situations. So that's why you have to embrace it. First acknowledge it and then embrace it. All right? So, guys, do that shadow work. Sit with self. Figure out, the things that keep coming up, that come out in your actions or your behavior. Check that shit, address it, and heal. Because when you heal yourself, you heal the world. But it starts with you. It starts with you. All right? So I do hope this message resonated with some damn body out there. As always, I appreciate, love, and value you. And until next time,